Hello bunnies, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for your support and love. Subscribe to my channel, do like, comment and also press the bell icon to get notifications of my videos. Storyline depends on my imagination and it's not related to any idol's life. All photos credit goes to its rightful owners. Take care, stay happy, healthy and safe and don't forget to like and comment. It motivates me the most. So please do that. Bye bunnies. Then Tay and Vine came back home. Tay, 10 rounds of our house now. Sternly. Vine, sorry, about to hug him, but he back off. Tay, Park Vine, can't you understand at once? She ran to other side and he stood there in a corner. After 7 rounds, she stood in front of him, hands on her knees and bending a little, trying to catch her breath. Vine, Yoongi tired, breathing heavily. They want me to increase it? She widened her eyes, but she was really hella tired. Wine, please, sweating heavily. They 10 rounds more. Wine, no, I'm going. She ran and stood in front of him again. After completing remaining rounds, she directly fell on the ground. They Wine, stand up. She is busy in catching her breath that she didn't listen to him. There, Vine! He went to her and pulled her up and dragged inside the house. There, why don't you listen to me? Can't you understand at once? She is crying hard. There, it's all our fault. You are going on the wrong track and I warned you to. But no, ma'am can't listen to me. He sarcastically said to her. Vine, Yoongi, hiccuping and coughing, Tae went inside study room and came back with two steel scale. Stand up now. She somehow managed to stand in front of him. Vine, it wasn't intentional. Looking down, Tae, but that boy is suffering, right? You know me very well. I can't see any innocent in trouble. Vine, I cut off in between, Tae, hands out. Coldly, Wan looks at his hand, which have two scaled together. Yoongi, fear is visible in her eyes. There. Do you want me to repeat myself? Wan, forgive me, please. Finally look up at him. There. Will you? She did. There. Hit vertically on her palm. Today I will teach you everything. Hit. Wan. Ah. Hit. There. You are going out of our hand. Hit. Each hits were that much hard that Vine was not able to control and was screaming loudly. But Tay cared less and hits her 10 times. Every time he hits, a new mark creates at that place and bleeding starts from there. He was foaming in anger and punished her hard. He left from the house after that and Vine sat there leaning on the near couch. She can't able to walk, her hands are also hurting and felt it like burning. She is crying while hugging her knees tightly. Her body is still trembling because of fear. And now, because of crying hard, lack of energy, and sitting on the cold floor, she is having fever too. After 35 minutes, the door of the house opened. The sound was enough to scare the little fragile girl. She hugs herself more tightly. Jungkook entered in the house. Cook, you know I have got the dress which Princess was showing to us. Happily, Jimin, which one, Cook? Cook, the black one. You know I was finding it from past 2 days. Jimin, oh yeah, I remembered. He was going inside the kitchen to grab some water, but his eyes fell on mine. His whole world crashed in a second. Jimin, Princess, he said and bent down and hugged Ryan. Cook also looks at her and widened his eyes and went to them and hugged her too from another side. Wine, uh, Oma, she whispers with closed eyes. A little backstory of siblings. Mr. Park Chae-yeon was living his life happily with his wife Mrs. Park Mi-ah. Jungkook and Wine are their kids. Mr. Park was mafia and Mrs. Park was against of his this work. She tried hard to make Mr. Park understand to leave this work, but he never listens to her. When Wine was 4 years old, Mia decided to leave the house along with her kids, but Jayan was not allowing her to do so. Jimin was having a best friend named Kim Taeyong. Kim Taeyong is a kid of Jayan's trusted man. But on a mission, Tae's father died while saving Jayan. Tae was not having anyone other than his father, so Mr. Park decided to adopt Tae. And he did. But somewhere Mrs. Park was not liking it. Jayan never differentiated between his 4 kids. Once, she have scolded Tae too. Because of his little mistake, Tae didn't took it seriously, but Mr. Park didn't like it. Couple had a huge fight, which was enough to scare 4 kids. One being youngest was most scared, and that time she cried hard too. And that time her condition was critical. From then her brothers took a note to never let her cry. Couple also understood and never fought again. Like this, 2 years passed, and couple died in the accident. Jimin was not ready to take Mr. Park's position. Cook was not mature enough to do so. So they have to become Mafia King, which he also never wanted. But this was the only way to show his gratitude towards his stepfather as per Tess' perspective. He had promised to himself to take care of all siblings' safety till he died. Mrs. Park was hating mafia work. That is the reason no one allowed Cook to join there. Back to the story. A word is having power to break brothers from inside, 3 of them trying their best to make an environment for Wine to live. They broke the hug and faced her. Cook, but what happened? Why my pretty baby is sitting here like this? Concerned, Jimin noticed Wine's wounds. Bun, who did this? Taking Wine's hand softly in his hands. Cook noticed it and his anger starts to rise. Wine, Hyungi, sorry, she said while looking up at him. Jimin, baby, why are you apologizing? Cut off. Wine, I didn't did that intentionally. Cook, who did this? Making fists and trying his best to control his anger. Jimin would tell who did this. Wine, Tete Hyungi, and she passed out in Jimin's arm. Cook, how dare he? Punching the nearby wall aggressively. Jimin, furious, why he did it. They have called to the doctor and got to know about hits. Wine is in her room resting. Cook came downstairs furiously and about to storm out of the house when they came back home. Without thinking twice, Cook grabbed Tess' collar. Cook, why? Why you did that? She is just a kid. Why you punished her like this? There, Cook, Cook, don't call me with that name. Jimin, there, we never been partial with you. Then why you show your this side? He was angry, but his anger came out with his tears, which he was holding back from past few hours. Cook, because he isn't our blood. He isn't our real brother. But how can a stepbrother can be this much shameless and cruel? He shouted, and some of Taz's men came inside. Cook isn't in his sense. He does not know what he is saying and what impact will be of his words on other one. Tay knows he did mistake. But this was unexpected for him. He was already feeling guilty, and Cook words shattered him into pieces. He didn't say anything. Jimin, we don't care what others do. We are here to protect her. But we were not knowing that the protector can be harmful too. His voice broke at the end. Cook threw a hard punch on Tess's face. Tess guard came forward to save him, but Tess showed them a hand from downside to stop. Tess does not want others to enter in family matter, but the family whom he calls his is really taking him as their? This question is roaming in his mind. Top comments. Thank you so much for commenting. Hope you will continue to show your love in future too. Thank you so much for watching and showing your love, bunnies. Hope you will continue to show your love in future too. And still you didn't like? Do it fast and comment and tell me how was the episode. Okay then, bye. Take care, stay happy, healthy and safe. Bye bunnies.